Hello everyone, it's me, V. What's up? We are back with more New Mystery of the Emblem. How's it going? Sorry. Hi Kaiser, I see you're in the chat already. I tried to get my OBS to, not have text that is only readable by ants. I failed. So, the chat is still very tiny. I will do my best. Luckily, I am nearsighted as fuck. And Dante has entered the room. Hello. Which means I now have to get up to go close the door again behind him. Hopefully he'll settle in and we can maybe get a Dante cam going, though I will have to set it up again. Because I have to use the camera for work, so it gets moved a lot. Over the bed. In or out, buddy? Alright, he decided to exit the room. Anyways, we are finally out of the prologue, which took 2 streams, which I'm actually a little surprised about, but not super surprised. Dante, you're gonna need to make a decision. Do you want to be in or do you want to be out of the room? Because I can't keep getting up to close the door. Alright. We'll play for a little bit and then we'll see if he settles. The Dante will be both. He is Schrodinger's cat. He is both inside of the room and outside of the room simultaneously. He always knows just when to do it too. It's always like right when I'm streaming or I'm talking to somebody. I really like, that's the only reason I want to get Bluetooth headphones, is so that I can like continue standing up and sitting down and I can actually still like hear what's being said. But at the same time, I have never met a pair of Bluetooth headphones that I have liked. I hate Bluetooth headphones. They're terrible. Anyways, let's go ahead and swap to the game. Hopefully it still looks okay. It does. I'm gonna turn Dante cam off though, because he's not currently in range. Okay, why are you... Okay, there we go. How's everyone? Oh, I'm doing great. Hopefully the game looks okay. I think that before I was having a bit of an issue because I have a new monitor that's like 1440p, and I think it might have been like downscaling weird. Was everyone in the menu? Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. I thought somebody was just genuinely interested in how I'm doing, but I suppose not. So really, it's business as usual. Did I not check that already before we ended last stream, or did I just get to this screen? I could have sworn I already did that. Anyways, what was I saying? I forget. Great. I'm not gonna look. Oh yeah, the downscaling. Yeah, how does the game look? Does it look okay? My stream preview is like wigging out, and I'm not entirely sure why. It's going from like 1080p 60 down to like 180, down to like up to like 420 back to 1080, and I'm not sure if that's like just my preview, or if, like, this stream is wigging out for y'all. Twitch says that my quality is excellent. And why would Twitch ever lie to me, you know? Hold on, wait, I'm gonna get the Dante cam in position before we really get started, so... let's see. So, soon, we are gonna have to go on a fun little adventure called Cable Management, aren't we, Dante? Oh, this way. Alright, the camera's arranged. We're gonna wait for Dante to settle in, and I guess we'll just get started while we're here. So, how is everyone the menu option? I picked up something weird. I should report it. And it's a hit axe? Which I'm not familiar with. I feel all geared up today, like I can perform even better in a battle. Skill in res, okay. Alright, today I'm more fired up than ever. Luck in res? Hope we need res. Oh, Gordon's portrait also looks a bit better. Though, I can't believe they expect me to believe that his younger brother is 17 when he looks like 15 still. I can't lose my juniors, I have to train hard too. 30 XP. That's actually really useful, thank you. Ryan got the bowl cut, yeah. Alright, secret training finish, man. I'm so cool, working so hard when no one's looking. You've ruined it, Luke. You've ruined any appreciation I would have had for your secret training by being Luke. Let's see. I don't think... Did I need to make any changes? I think we wanted to have archers around, right? Because this is gonna have a bunch of, wyverns. Flying dudes. Things that die to bows. YOLO. Interesting. Why is it doing that? Do I not have the game selected? Oh, that explains it. Okay, I was waiting for that, like, clean top-bottom screen switch with the space bar that I set up, and it just kept turning the Dante cam on and off. There we go. There's a thief on the map? Okay. Prince Marth, thank goodness you've come to Macedon. Katria, I've received word that there was a rebellion in Macedon. Are you unharmed? Yes, I'm fine. My older sister Palla and I managed to escape somehow. Are we gonna have to damsel est again? If we have to damsel est again, I'm gonna be annoyed. That's like the third time. God damn it, not again. Okay, it's fine. I fixed it. Hey, One Arm Over, what's up? Est is happily married? Oh, right. To Abel, who is, questionable for that decision, I guess. But Princess Minerva was captured by the rebels. Prince Marth, please, you have to rescue Princess Minerva. At this rate, her life will be in danger. Doing good, that's good. Of course I will help her. Katria, please take us to where she is. Yes, my lord. But first we have to break through these woods. General Rummel's Dragon Knight squad is lurking within this area. Who gave the rebels dragons? If we approach from the front, we'll be easy pickings for them. I see, so you're suggesting we flank them from the left or the right. Thank you, Katria. Leave it to us. I actually just had a thought. The text on on the OBS chat's really small, but can I pop out the No, I can't. Oh, God. Macedon has a lot of Draco Knights. Yeah, but, like... The rebels got them, too? Okay, so... I don't remember what this map looks like. I'm going to assume that he's... Actually, he'll probably move. The rebels are Draco Knight. Yeah, I know, but, like... were they part of the army? Like, where did they get them from? Oh, we got Katria too. That's nice. I can't wait to bench you. They borrowed them? Oh, it's you. Over here, Prince Marth! You're Cord! What are you doing so far from Tals? I'm glad you remember his name, Marth, because I was never going to. I couldn't sit still when I heard yous fighting again, so I came to join in. We're Tals's mercenaries, right? If you died, Princess Seta'd cry. The contraction of Sita and wood is kind of, like, tickling my brain funny a little bit there. Katria's top tier in this game? Yes, but have you considered that I don't care? And Pal is hotter. Also, Svikiel, thank you for the follow. I don't know what's going on there, but shout out. Let's see. Prince Marth, let me fight too. I'll join you's army. Why not use both? Because I have to use Sita because I love her. I have to use Minerva because I want her to crush me between her thighs. And I have to use Pala because she's married to Minerva. So, like, do I need more than 3 flyers? You came up on my YouTube homepage, enjoyed my time, here I am. Well, thank you for joining the stream. I'm going to guess it was probably an Mpreg tier list or the Fempregnator tier list, one of the two. The SOV Fempregnator tier list did way better than I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie, because the Shadow Dragon one did not do that well. So I kind of uploaded the SOV one, kind of like, like I'll upload it for completion. And then I but I don't expect it to get more than like 200 views, and it did really well, so, you know. Shout out to that. Also, if it's easier, feel free to call me Zeph or Nat. I will try to remember. People know SOV, no one knows Marth. That's fair, but also, like, it was still unexpected. Oh. Well, I guess we can leave it. Let's see. It was the new mystery part 2. Oh my god, you weren't even here because of a tier list. That's amazing. That almost never happens. Look out for those pilfering thieves. If they take off with your precious treasure, you won't ever get it back. Never let them escape from your sight. Well, like, can they steal my weapons? And Brett, you say a fellow connoisseur. Yeah, if you look at the channel, I've got tier lists for a lot of things. I just uploaded the Genealogy of the Holy War Mpreg tier list. There's also one for Shadows of Valentia and one for Shadow Dragon. I'm going through the games in order. At the end of the stream, we'll probably do another one. We did the Fempregnators for Genealogy last week, so I guess we're back to Mpreg for Thracia characters at the end of this stream. What else are men good for if not Mpreg after all? I know, right? Because alas, wherever a nation has been forced to lead hard lives, the only well-off country is Arcanea, ruled by Emperor Hardin. World building, yay! Some dirty thieves took our village treasure, the Lady Sword, and ran off with it. Only women can wield the incredible power of that sword. Well, that's sexist. Please, prize it back from their filthy hands. Now Hardin's a good guy, trust. Yeah, I mean, he helped us out in the last war by dying repeatedly. Because he sucked. And he couldn't take a hit from an archer, but, you know, it's no big deal. He'll be good this time, we promise. I'm just gonna, I guess I'll just send, like, half my dudes this way and the other half this way. I don't really know what else to do. Cord, you go over there. We are still playing on casual mode because I'm a filthy casual, just for the record. Okay, well now I want that lady sword. I gotta swap the screens. Okay. I will remember to do that. I promise. Eventually. How do I see the lady sword? There we go. A mighty sword only women can wield. Yeah, I mean, 12 might doesn't seem bad, but I don't know. Oh, Cecil. Or Cecile. It's basically a silver sword. I mean, I'm here for that. Oh my god, Drog. What's wrong with you? You're a monster. Best user's probably Katria or Chris. Well, we're benching Katria, because I'm not that into the whole unrequited love trope. Lady Sword is arguably one of the best weapons in the game. I'm glad. Women deserve something nice in this series. Especially the Kaga games. You do recruit a unit in this chapter. Oh boy. Is it Minerva? Do I get Minerva? I want Minerva. No? Aw. Kaga definitely had opinions about women. Yeah, he did. Too many opinions about women, sometimes, one might say. Beware when Draco Knights are around, even from a far-off distance, they can move all at once and swoop down on you. Cool. Warren's a bit of an idiot. Just because they paid him well, he went ahead and joined the rebel army. Wait, who? To think a fool like him was once acquainted with the fair Katria. Oh, is this gonna be who Katria settles for? Where is he? Oh. Katria, I'm guessing I need you to go recruit him. So I got some great news today. I found out that Jake Paul got his jaw broken in like one of his boxing fights. So I've been giggling about that all afternoon. Anyways, no hard feelings. I don't have anything against you, but this is the way I live. Forgive me. It warms my cold little soul. He fought an actual boxer this time, not like Mike Tyson, like 75-year-old Mike Tyson. Warren, even a good man like you has sided with the rebel army. He looks a lot like Borden Cord, doesn't he? Katria the White, that's racist. Huh? It's been a while. You know I'm just a common hunter. If they pay me enough, I'll do anything. Warren, listen to me. Princess Minerva endeavored to create a country where its people could live at ease. She exiled soldiers and generals of ill repute to accomplish that goal. But General Ruck, despite knowing this, roused the soldiers into a coup d'etat. Can't you see he's just trying to make this country into his own? And you can honestly say you're okay with that? I see. Well, I don't like the military acting as if they own the place. Alright then, if you're going to help the princess, then so will I. Yeah, he's getting benched. He kind of seems, like, dumber than a sack of rocks. So, I think it's just appropriate that he, goes ahead and isn't in my army too frequently. War is one of the best units, it was one of the units of all time. He's just, I can tolerate a lot, but not stupidity, you know what I mean? It's because he's blonde. No, if being blonde could save him, he'd be on the army. Because I do love blondes. They're very nice. I'm like not even 100% sure how I should be approaching this map. Okay, Marisha on the right side. Okay, I was gonna say, she's on the left. She'll be fine. We're playing on casual mode, which means there's no consequences for my actions. So I can be a terrible military leader, and there is nothing that the game can do to stop me. I would very much like it if Cecil could get, like, just a little bit more speed, because she is not doubling anything. I don't care if Luke dies. Anyways, yeah, then I watched a whole video about how Jake Paul only takes fights with like old and decrepit boxers. And I was like, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know, like I don't pay that much attention to the guy. But he does suck. So that does make sense that he would do that. I don't know, it was just a good bit of news. Oh, I forgot I gave Trog a glass axe. That explains why he's hitting so hard. I'm gonna let Aran run ahead just so we could maybe get that thief dead. And Warren, I guess you can go stand in the bushes like a loser. So how's everyone doing? We excited for the holiday season? Getting, geared up for that? Man, I said I didn't care if Luke died, but apparently Drog is gonna be my problem. 2.5 workdays left, can't wait. I feel that. I've got... Are you kidding me, Iran? I guess we're gonna waste a silver lance use on this because I want that lady sword. I do have work on Wednesday, but I don't think I have anything going on at work on Wednesday, so... It's like I don't have work on Wednesday. I never really hoard silver lance uses since you get a lot of them in this game. Oh, that's good to know. I'm excited to see how this game feels now that it's, like, opening up a bit. And we're not just, like, doing Katarina hand-holding for 25 turns. Is there anybody who can hit this guy but not kill him? Katria. You know, I will say one thing about this game is that I like the bottom screen, top screen animations being really, like, snappy and quick. I don't think I would ever turn off battle animations in this game, if you even can. There's also some units that people refer to as free silver. Is it because they literally get recruited with a silver weapon and then you just take it off of them? Alright, let's see. We gotta... Why do I have a feeling that we're gonna get absolutely rocked by a couple of, like, Draco Knights coming out of the forts here in, like, a turn or two? Why do I have a bad feeling about that? Oh yeah, I forgot chord's not, like, good. Oh, he beefy. He's got a little meat on him. Well, while we're waiting for my slow demise, any unhinged topics of conversation anyone wants to bring to the floor today? I said the Jake Paul thing, but that was really like a one-sentence conversation, so... Also not really unhinged. Interesting conversation. Okay, let's have... Not a bad... I was not even looking, oh my god. Unnecessary crit, love it. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to put Chris on the fort there, just in case there was some kind of, like, ambush reinforcement coming down the next turn. But... that didn't really wind up mattering, so... Okay, well, not that it didn't wind up mattering, because I don't know yet, but... We're just gonna have to take that chance, I guess. Can he not? Oh, no, he can. Ambush reinforcement, would Kaga do such a thing? I think Kaga's, like, main directive in life is to just make people suffer. It's like some higher power put him on Earth and said, your job, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to make a game series that is so painful. And he was just like, not only do I accept it, I accept it with pleasure. Boss moves when you get into red range? Okay, I got it. I kind of thought that might be the case. You can survive a hit, yeah, but I want to make sure I funnel him properly to the characters who are going to be able to drop him. Like a hot sack of potatoes. And then you feed to Cecil. Cecil drops him? Okay. What if I sacrifice... I don't know, I guess I could sack... Cecil and some chip. I mean, we've got a bow, we've got Cecil over here. You get a Marth hit. Okay, why don't we stick Katria here? These guys will be hanging out, ready to go. We'll see if Cecil gets a half-decent level. Taste the terror of Macedon's fearless Draco Knight squad. I mean, assuming he doesn't kill her. You know. I don't actually know if he'll double. I'm not doing math. I left my math days behind with Thracia. Alright, there will be no more giggling at V being unable to do second grade math. Okay, that's 6. Katria doesn't do shit with a javelin, so never mind that. And I think we're gonna have to bow hit. Okay, fine, whatever. Doesn't matter. We have save points for a reason. Well, too bad we didn't use them, huh? I think it'll be fine. We'll just... Luke. Luke crits for some reason. Which might be the only thing worth a damn this might be the only thing worth a damn Luke has ever done for me. So, you know, that's cool. Do you see that clips can be up to 90 seconds now? I'm very excited about that, actually. Okay, Marv. Coming in hot. And then Cecil can get the kill and probably get a garbage level up. General Ruck, I leave the rest to you. What did I say? Speed's not too bad, I guess. You know, y'all keep telling me that, that Mage Cecil is gonna blow up. I'm waiting for it. The map save points exist for a reason. I'm not gonna lie, in my most recent playthrough of, Blazing Blade, I'm save scumming to hell and back to make sure that all of my lords are good. And also Raven, because my Raven started sucking again. And genuinely, I think you all were lying to me. Well, I don't know if you all were lying to me. I don't remember who exactly was in chat. That was a while ago. But everybody in my chat was like, Raven's amazing. Raven's so good, V. You should use Raven. And I was gonna use him anyways, because he's hot and gay. But then he sucked. And then he sucked again. And I don't know what to do with myself. And then I'm trying to play it a third time, and guess what? He sucks again. We love poor rigging. Who gets pregnant, Raven or Lucius? Now, see, I feel like the traditional answer, most people would say Lucius, right? But I think that Raven would be a bro and take one for the team, and he would get pregnant so that Lucius wouldn't have to go through it. He has good stats, but the issue with Blazing Sword is that it's Blazing Sword. Or does Raven fuck Priscilla, Fire Emblem, and Incest? Nah. We got enough incest in our Yggdrasil Mpreg discussions. Enemy stats are really damn low until they aren't. See, like, my problem with, I liked Blazing Blade, but yeah, my problem with Blazing Blade was that it felt so easy the entire way through. He's great because his stats are just good enough to last through most of the game. His stats weren't even good enough for that for me. He just didn't get any strength growths, like, the whole time. And then you get pre-promotes that are just way too... yeah. Like, I liked the game, it was just, like, painful at points, because it was so easy. Okay. Sire, we found someone most unusual confined in one of the fortress rooms. Lind? How did you wind up in a dangerous place like this? Oh boy, I can't wait for her 4 magic to completely fuck me again. Sire, do you know this woman? Yes, this is Lind, her natural talent for magic. I beg to fucking differ, Marth. She was hot trash the entire time last game. But go on, go on. You always think so highly of everyone. That's not gonna come back to bite you at all. Anyways, this is Lynn. Her natural talent for magic helped us a great deal in the last war. Prince Marth, thank heavens. What a pleasant surprise meeting you here. I desperately needed to see you again, so I set out to find you. Blazing Sword is easy because the enemies are so weak, so they make artificial difficulty with frustrating things like on Hector hard mode, Pent Jafar just dying as green units sometimes before you can reach them and stuff like that, yeah. Lynn also has 10 less magic growth than Mage Cecil, that's so sad! But the Macedonian soldiers found me suspicious and they dragged me to the fortress. Is that so? I'm glad you're safe, but why were you looking for me? Shouldn't you be by Princess Nina's side? I was requested by Princess Nina to deliver you this. Is it the fire emblem? Did they say the thing? Huh? This is the fire emblem. Shout out to the chapter where Hector can only bring one other unit with him during his solo chapter. Oh god. The royal heirloom of Arcanea, the emblem shield. The fire emblem? I had heard that in the last war, Princess Nina entrusted you with it, sire. Indeed, I looked after this as Arcanea's representative in the last war. But why give this to me now? Especially at a time when Arcanea has so much influence under Emperor Hardin's reign. In this peaceful age, why is Princess Nina giving me the champion's proof? How many names does this fucking thing have? I know it's important, but like... Yeesh. I don't understand either. Princess Nina didn't explain why, just that I had to give it to you. I remember her eyes seemed so sad. I think she might have been crying. Princess Nina crying? What on earth has been happening? Well, it couldn't possibly be Hardin, because he's such a great guy, right, Marth? Right? Lind, after this battle ends, I will go to see Princess Nina. Until then, I want you to remain with us. Yes, Prince Marth. Couldn't possibly be good guy Hardin. Is it because he took the turban off? He took the turban off and it made him evil? Once upon a time, the region of Macedon was a territory under Dolian rule. You know, it's not as good as in Shadow Dragon, but that image of Michalis is definitely doing something for me as well. What is Professor Quirrell? Don't say that. YouTube's never gonna stop recommending me Harry Potter videos if you say that. Red hair to pull, indeed. I clicked on one Harry Potter video on YouTube like a week and a half ago now, and I have gotten nothing but Harry Potter videos for like the last week and a half. FE3 after you kill him, he gets his turban back. Oh, so he dies a good guy, good. Oh, but yeah, like, it's not doing it for me as much as that other one, but that's a good shot of Michalis. I still wonder why this artist refuses to draw, like, eyes, though. There have been no eyes in this entire game. Once upon a time, I already read that. A century ago, the Dragon King rulers sent many slaves to these wild that's dark, to excavate ruins and build a country. Many slaves were forced to work to their limits, barely fed, and then slaughtered. What the fuck? A young man stood up against such tragic conditions. Iot was his— oh, they're talking about, like, Michalis and Minerva's, like, founding aunts. Okay, I was like, why are we talking about how Macedon was, like, sending people— Macedon were the slaves. Got it. I put it together. We're good. A young man stood up against such tragic conditions. Iot was his name. He and his companions fled to the forests and fought astride wyverns to free the slaves. After Dolar's demise, the slaves established their own country in these now abundant lands. And the hero Iot was chosen as their first king. And so was born the Kingdom of Macedon, later feared as the domain of Draco Knights. However, the mighty Macedon was stripped of Prince Michaelis, said to be the second coming of Iote. So what I'm hearing is, Iote was also super impregnatable. And now is on the brink of losing Princess Minerva, the so-called Crimson Dragoon. Dragoon is a very fun word to say. I enjoy it immensely. Aha, yeah. I see you train without the need for sleep. Most admirable, V. Ah, Sir Jagan. A strong offense and a tough defense are obviously important, but you cannot afford to neglect your skill. Are you gonna give me a skill stat boost, Jagan? Or are you just gonna lecture me about things I already know? Because I've played Fire Emblem before. This is actually the only Fire Emblem game I haven't played before at this point. So you could say I'm a bit of a connoisseur. Though I probably don't know as much about it as some other franchises. But I'm not going to talk about Devil May Cry because Christian's not here for me to annoy with it, so it's less fun. Sorry, my blanket got caught under the wheels of my chair and I am cold. Anyways, without the skill to deliver it, it matters not how mighty your attack is if it does not reach the enemy. Speaking of which, your skill is still insufficient. Thanks, buddy. You know, if I wanted a lecture, I would have just gone and talked to my real dad. It ought to be better than this. You may or may not have the talent for it, but don't give up. The more experience you gain from training in combat, the more you can refine your skill. Be ever diligent. Yes, Sir Jagan. Alright, we got the cat settled in, so I'm gonna pop on over behind the microphone again and turn the cat cam on. So just give me 1 second. Take the headphones off before I stand up, so I'm not an idiot. Let's see. It's not a pigeon any cat. Oh, why is the preview so fucking tiny? Okay, yeah, that's looking about right. There we go, we have Dante. And isn't he cute? Alright. I gotta get a better cat camera soon. Alright, first things first, we need to talk to everyone. Julian and Lena. Just to check, I don't have either of them recruited right now, right? They're just here for some reason? Or are we learning about them from, like, Marth or something? Because Marth's gotta stay appraised of everybody's, personal lives, I guess. Sire, according to the intel from our scouts, this will be the next battlefield. That's a lot of villages. We have to fight to prevent the villagers from being harmed by rogues. That reminds me, I believe Julian and Lena lived around- I was right! I was right! Martha's just keeping up with everybody's personal lives, because he has nothing better to do, apparently. But, I mean, also, that's kind of sweet. You know, I bet when they need to, like, I bet when they need to go Christmas shopping, I bet Marth's the one. I bet Martha's the one, doing the Christmas shopping. He's the one picking out the gifts, you know? Sita's too busy girl bossing for all that nonsense. Anyways, the Julian and Lena lived around here. Julian and Lena, allies from the previous war? Yes, I should tell you about them, V. Julian and Lena are now working in a convent, taking care of orphans. I wonder if they tied the knot yet. Julian's an ex-thief, and Lena is a very kind cleric. Julian risked his life to rescue Lena, who had been captured by bandits. That was when I met them. Just in case you didn't play the last game. Julian, you go ahead. Save yourself. Honey. No can do. I didn't betray my boys back there, so you can zap me on out of here alone. Oh, right. Lena also has an older brother called Mathis. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I completely forgot that Mathis was her brother. He's apparently in the Macedonian army. By Macedonian army, do you mean that Mathis might be among our enemies? Yes, I'd rather not fight him if I could. If we had Julian or Lena with us, we could perhaps persuade him. Current status, Chapter 3. We made it through the bordering forest. At last, it is time to quell the Macedonian rebellion and rescue Princess Minerva. With that aside, I do wonder why Princess Nina entrusted Prince Marth with the fire emblem. The emblem is to be given to the one who fights in the name of justice, in the name of House Arcanea. Hardin should have delivered peace to Arcanea. Oh, man. Well, you know, maybe she couldn't give it to him because he's just such a good guy. I gotta hold out hope that Hardin is still good, right? Appointing Lang as commander and now this drama? What has happened to Hardin? Oh well, Prince Marth said he'd go see the princess once this battle is over. Everything will become clear once the time comes, but now we must focus on quelling the rebellion in Macedon. Do I have any how's everyone? Nope. Just the child. I gotta make sure to drink some water. Okay, wait, first things first. Let's look at the map. Looks like we've got a bridge that doesn't work. A village, some houses, a village. A house, a dude, another village. Okay. There's still no rescuing in this game, I presume. Nope, yeah, I didn't think so. And a lot of Draco Knights. Yep, I'm seeing the Draco Knights. It's kind of feeling what they want me to do, like the flow of this map is that they want me to work my way all the way around. And then come down this way from behind. However, this thief, I'm just gonna take a wild stab in the dark that he's gonna go this way. There's more Draco Knights on higher difficulties. Well, ain't that just fun? How many chapters are in this game again? I think what I'm probably gonna do is... See, what I'm thinking is maybe we have Iran bait some of the Draco Knights down, ambush them with the bows and the magic, wherever Cecil is, while we have... And then once these guys are thinned out, we can have Katria run up and, like, kind of protect this village while we have the other half of the army going this way. And then, like, up and around and kind of fighting their way that way, right? And if this were Thracia, about 5 turns in, this drawbridge would go down and I'd get absolutely obliterated by Reinhard. But somehow, I don't think that's gonna happen, so we're probably fine. Can you imagine, though? Can you imagine if they just put Reinhardt in this game for like one chapter just to fuck with you? So first things first is we're gonna need to bring Katria. Which means we're gonna need to drop somebody. And okay, so what we could do is we could drop a Ron and have Luke be our decoy, because I don't really care if he lives or dies. Or we could drop Luke. I feel like I'm gonna want Ryan and Gordon for the archery support. We slop Luke. Does that mean we bring him and let him die, or does that mean we don't bring him at all? Because Ron's already dying of cancer, or whatever the fuck. Fantasy cancer. So I guess it doesn't matter too much if he, eats shit. But I don't know. Luke at least has some growth potential. I might be able to, like, begrudgingly bring him and hate him. Let's see. I mean, they have almost, like, he has, what? I'm mainly looking at their defense. He only has one fewer defense. He's good with some levels, but you're already good on swords, yeah. I was gonna say, I do have, nah, Drog's only got like 4 defense now, though, that he's a pirate. Luke and Marth have the same defense. Alright, screw it. Drop a Ron, bring Luke. Yeah, but he's not gonna be, like, standing up too well to anything. You can give Cecil Nosferatu? Do I have Nosferatu? I don't... Check Lind. Oh, right. Lind's here. Lind can use it level E. Okay. Well, I mean... Do I want to use Lind? I kind of tried last time and she kind of sucked. Hala? Oh, hell yeah! There's my wife's wife! Julian, good news. Katria finally brought the Altean army for us. We're going to join their ranks to help save Princess Minerva. Please, take Lena and escape to safety. Safety quickly. No can do, Pala. Lena's disappeared. I'm not leaving by myself. What? Lena as well. Princess Maria is missing too. Why is it only clerics? Oh, Kaga? Kaga, you keep your dirty mitts off them. The second best unit in the game? I assume you mean Pala. Because, even if Julian's great, he's getting benched for all the times he pity broke me in Fire Emblem Heroes. When I just wanted Takumi. Anyway, I'm staying in the village to see if I can find any information. Sorry, Pala. Give my best to Prince Marth. Okay, well that changes the dynamic slightly because now Pala's hanging out over here. So, I guess Pala can go target the thief. And I didn't have to bring Katria, damn it. Whatever, I'm still gonna stick with, this strategy of keeping the archers over here. And then I think I'll move Chris and Marth this away to try and get the village. We'll keep Katria over here. Keep Cecil over here. Militia, you can fuck off, I guess. I don't know. I understand I didn't get Summer Talk Me until like last year while I was on break at work. Lynn kept pity breaking me. Don't even talk. Oh my fucking god. That's right. I should be shitting on Lind too. Also, hey Frosty Flake, what's up? Yeah, no, I plus 10'd Summer Takumi, and I, like, plus 8'd Summer Lind, too, at the same time, because she kept pity breaking me, too. And she, like, all of her pity breaks happened when I was at, like, Summer Takumi plus 9. Drove me crazy. On harder difficulties, I usually reclass Aran into a Draco Knight for this Oh, that's actually really smart. Taco Meat. He's like my favorite Fire Emblem character. It was my goal at one point to plus 10 every single version of him. Because I love him. And then they started releasing too many and I couldn't keep up. I think I have all of the... I think I have all the Takumis plus 10 except for... Valentine's, maybe? We haven't come out with another Summer Takumi, have we? If you're on normal, Palace should be fine. It's hard casual. Yeah. I'm just gonna have her kill this guy. Just because I don't want to have to worry about the thief. I can absolutely get wrecked then. She'll be fine. Taku was my favorite Fates character. I think Fates fans should go to hell because I was fighting for my life defending him when I was 14. I feel like there's a fundamental misunderstanding of Takumi's character in a lot of the Fates fandom. And I think he got a lot of shit just for not sucking Corrin's dick. He does, like, amazing things, though. I love him. See, here, like, I feel like Takumi is the kind of character you have to have... You have to have, like, a certain life experience to really connect with him. Okay, so when I was in my 20s when Fates was released. I was a little older than 14. Yeah, but I wasn't, I think I was like 17 or 18, I think, when Fates released, so she got a point of strength. Okay. See, here's the thing, I'll fight you on that. You're allowed to have that opinion, Kaiser, but I will fight you on it, because I love Fates. Ryan's about to get, like, hit by a wyvern, I guess, but he'll be fine. I was, like, 12 when Fates released. Hashtag toddler. Oh. Baby. Itty bitty. I've never actually played Fates. I couldn't afford it when it was released, and I just never emulated it. I genuinely love it, so... Maybe I'm cringe for that. Who knows? I wonder what's going to happen to Macedon. They say that Prince Michaelis is dead, and Princess Maria is nowhere to be found. On top of that, they say that Princess Minerva has been captured and that her life is in peril. I just hope that this country doesn't end up like Grust. You'll be fine. I'm here. Like, if 1/3 of Fates is good and the other two are hot doo-doo, it's not good. But, like, the thing is, we disagree on whether or not the other 2/3 are hot shit. I've got it on my Steam Deck ready to go, but I've never actually done it. It's genuinely one of my favorite games in the entire series, so... I think it'd be great to try it. I made my mom buy all 3 paths. I bought them all myself. I was old enough to do that at least. Okay, we're gonna drop Pala on the fort after this bout. See, like, again, I feel like Fates and... Like with Takumi, I feel like Fates, if you have a very particular life experience, it really hits. Particularly, like, households with a lot of abuse and neglect. I've, like, most of... how do I put this? I've showed it to friends who've had that kind of life experience, and they, like, adored the story of Fates. Never punished, yeah. But I'm not giving Luke any credit for that. He's just doing what he should have been doing the whole time. Like I said, he's doing what he should have been doing the whole time. Alright, let's see. I think we're almost clear of the Draco Knights here. Pala's gonna go stand on this little fort here. So that she doesn't get her shit rocked. I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna handle this last Draco Knight, but that's a problem for the me of 5 seconds from now. Oh yeah, like Takumi, I feel like you have to have a very particular life experience to really connect with him. And I feel like a lot of the people who don't like him because they kind of didn't have that. So like the thing I appreciate about him is that he's like a dumbass teenager who is coping with the fact that his family doesn't really love him. Not to be mean, but you know. It's not that his family doesn't love him, it's just that he's had to grow up crippled in the shadow of somebody who he'll never be able to compete with in the eyes of his older siblings, and that kind of fucks with you. And like, I relate, kid. Like, don't even get me started. Okay, that should be good. So a lot of people are like, oh, he's just like immature and whiny or whatever. And it's like, yeah, he is, but he's also like 16, 17 years old. Also, not getting magic growths isn't the worst thing in the world because Spirit Dust has no competition. Oh, that's good. We're gonna have to go with Steel here. Alright, never punished. Have you noticed that that large drawbridge behind this village? Normally it's separated by the river, but if you can use this key here, you can cross the bridge. Just once you cross the drawbridge, the enemies on the other side will come and attack you at once. If you want to advance safely, you might be better off taking the long detour that goes right around the mountain. Here, take the key. No matter which path you take, do take care of yourself, okay? I guess I'll get rid of a vulnerary for that, sure. Yeah, but Mathis? Be real with me. Do we really need to go out of our way to get Mathis? I'm not saying that I would not piss on him if he was on fire. I'm just saying he has done nothing to endear me to him. This is just between you and me, but I heard that that armory is in league with the rebels. If you're going to enter, you should be careful not to get jumped. Oh. That's actually helpful. Hello? Story moment? McAllis is a lie. And that's revealed in a very undramatic manner. I also think Takami's distrust of Korin is normal, and it's absolutely insane that he gets demonized for not trusting someone he barely remembers who was raised in the enemy. No, I am so with you. He is like the only person in that family thinking logically. Because, like, you're right. Korin has not been around them in, like, 15 years. And everyone's, like, just cool with it. And also, like, from his perspective, Korin shows up out of nowhere. His entire family, you know, just takes them in and is totally, like, cool with that. And is really nice to Korin and, like, really supportive. And then, like, a week later, to Takami's eye, Korin appears to murder his mom. Right? Like, I know Makoto isn't, like, his, like, Takami's blood mother, but, like, he calls her mom. He clearly considers her his mom. She's probably the main mom he remembers because their, like, birth mom has been dead for, like, probably 15 years. So, like, yeah, in his perception, this random person showed up, his family was really welcoming and trusting, and then they killed his mom. And then, you know, either in Conquest, they go back to the enemy. So he has no reason to believe that Korin wasn't doing that on purpose. Or, you know, he gets over it relatively quickly in Birthright when he sees that Korin's on their side. Like, he's acting totally normally. Hey, Christian, what's up? At least she got a name, unlike every Three Houses mom. And becomes Cum Monster too, Jesus. But yeah, and like, one of my least favorite things, my least favorite line in the entire game is from the end of Conquest, when Takami is, like, dead, spoiler, and the game's 10 years old. You've all had opportunities to play it. And there's a bit where he's like, I'm so sorry, Korin, for not loving you. It's all my fault that we're in this situation. And I was like, I'm gonna fight whoever the fuck wrote this line in a Denny's parking lot, because no, it's not. It's not your fault that you just didn't love Korin hard enough. Like, this is, like, you were totally reasonable the entire time. I'll be mostly off because I'm at a family Christmas party. That's okay. I saved talking about Devil May Cry for when you were in chat. Takami had completely valid issues with Korin in Conquest. Why did he get lobotomized in the... I know. It's my least favorite line in the entire game. It's a little bit better in the original Japanese. The localization kind of, like, hammed up how bad he feels about it, but, like, it's not that much better. That's part of the reason why I hated Korin for so many years, because I was like, I don't understand why the game is bending over backwards to try and make me feel like this isn't Korin's fault. And, like, actually, like, the, like, 16, 17-year-old kid is the one responsible for this. I know. Like, he had no reason to feel bad. He was acting completely reasonably for both his level of maturity and the situation. Like, it's fine. However, also, Fire Emblem Fates did give me Leo Kumi, so, you know. I'm happy. Also, the Kitaninian Conquest was crazy. Yeah. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna read this, and then I'll go back to ranting about Fates. Ruck, I'm impressed a spineless coward like you could throw this country into so much chaos. I'll hazard a guess that Hardin talked you into this? What, but how? Thought I was dead? Haha, my death was but a trifle. Hand Minerva over to me, Ruck. I no longer have plans for this country. Do with it as you please. However, I won't rest until I've disposed of him with my own hands. So what I'm hearing is there's sexual tension between Michalis and Hardin? But Princess Minerva's barely breathing. Nobody could save her now. Do you want me to shove this spear down your throat? I said bring her to me. Yes, of course. Somebody, bring the princess here. Oh, she's got like dirt on her face. Oh no, we just killed this entire race of people. It's okay, Corin, you did nothing wrong. To be fair, though, I will say, like, I don't think they killed all of the kitsune. They just killed all of the able-bodied male kitsune, apparently. Do you want me to shove a spear down your throat? Sounds like some fan fiction I've read. I mean, I would not read or write McAllis Ruck fan fiction. I would read McAllis Harden fan fiction, probably. I don't know if I would write it though. I feel like McAllis needs like a good strong top to tame him, and I haven't decided who that should be yet. As it's been a while, Minerva, that ungainly appearance doesn't suit you. Losing Maria, your subordinates abandoning you. Is this the ideal country you dreamed of? McAllis, how? Oh, and then he just fucks off. Okay. Paolo, please don't get gored. Alright, we could probably... Anyways, do I actually have anything else to rant about with Fates? I think that was all of it. A game has to be truly dog shit for me to be, like, saying that there's nothing redeemable about it, you know? I don't know if it was somebody in chat or if I just saw this sentiment on Reddit. But I kind of agree with it, so I'm gonna say it. Like, the sentiment that the reason why so many, like Fire Emblem Fates, for example, get shit on so much is because most Fire Emblem games are, like, a baseline of, like, pretty good. Like, I don't think there's a Fire Emblem game out there that's any lower than about a 7 out of 10. In terms of just, like, how do I explain? Like, they're all very solid gameplay experiences, some more so than others, but, you know, for the most part, they're pretty solid gameplay experiences. They're competently made. They're written to at least a standard. You know, like, maybe they're not, like, the most brilliantly written, but they're not the worst things either. Fire Emblem Shadows is still going? I guess so. I played, like, 5 matches of it, and then I decided it wasn't for me, and I haven't touched it since, so. I just realized I moved everybody, like, way too far away to actually help with this, so. Whoops. I got Dimitri, then I didn't even get to Dimitri. Saw what the game actually was, and then I uninstalled. That's pretty much what I did. I saw it, I was like, what is this? And then I played a little bit of it, and then I was like, okay, that's enough for me. Oh good, she does have a vulnerary, I'm gonna use that. That's probably lower than 7. FE1 on Switch recently, it's very charming in its own way. But nobody plays FE1 regularly anymore, I feel. I like social deduction games, but it's not a good social deduction game because there's no social interaction. It's only a social deduction game if you could actually talk to the people. I have a whole rant about that, but anyways. But I feel like most Fire Emblem games are like a 7 out of 10 at a minimum. So when it comes time to talk about the worst one, there's no, like, real stinkers, so everybody just has to nitpick. It's not like the Devil May Cry series, where if you're talking about the Devil May Cry series, and you're like, what's the worst Devil May Cry game? Everyone will unanimously say 2 and then move on. You know? I feel like that's mostly because, Fire Emblem 3 Book 1 and Fire Emblem 11 exist. If it had never been remade, people would play FE1. Yeah. No, I mean, like, that's the thing. Is like, the games that have been remade, people just play the remakes. And also, you know, like, Also, like, everything in context, right? I think most people don't play Fire Emblem 1 expecting it to be the same standard as, like, a modern game. They expect it to play like a 90s game, and it does, because it's a 90s game. So it's like, this was really good for its time, you know? But everything in context. You know, a little while ago, a paladin came here, said he was on a journey. He was wearing a mask, but I'm sure that underneath he was a good person. Camus? He was kind, yet wrapped in a veil of sorrow. I wonder if I'll ever see him again. Yeah, like, I'm talking, like, generally speaking, if we're grading them by the standards of their time, most Fire Emblem games are probably like a 7 out of 10. So what we really need is a real stinker that everyone can kind of rally around as being a dog shit Fire Emblem game, so that we can all stop having all these stupid conversations about which Fire Emblem game is the worst Fire Emblem game. And I'm not saying it'll be Fortune's Weave, but part of me would be really vindicated if it was Fortune's Weave. I think Gaiden's the worst FE game, but also in this day and age, nobody's... Yeah, exactly. Like, they're playing SOV. And, like, not to hate on SOV, but it's not my favorite by any means. I would probably say... I don't know if it's the worst Fire Emblem game I've played. I have to replay it, but you know. It's Zeke with some broad named Celica's half-brother, whose name is Conrad's Mask. You're bored. You've come to Macedon as well? Long time no see, Prince. Court already joined with you guys, right? Well, we Talzian mercenaries wanted to join you's army, so we came all the way here. Princess Sita's our lady, and the guy who's gonna be her man is important to us too. Oh, that's so nice. Prince Marth, I'll protect you with my life. Unfortunately, we don't have Sita around, so Marth can't get cucked yet. What are you talking about? Oh wait, no, I already read that. I like SOV, but the misogyny pisses me off so bad. The misogyny's not great. The gameplay's not great. Don't love it. Presentation's really good, though. I think there's a shout for Three Houses being one of the worst Fire Emblem games. It's amazing JRPG, but in a lot of ways it's not really a Fire Emblem game. You don't even want to know my opinions on Three Houses. I'm... Chat knows. Chat knows what's up. Actually, do we have a save point on this map somewhere? No, tell them. You want me to rant about Three Houses again? I fucking hate Three Houses. It's probably my least favorite Fire Emblem entry. And it's not even because of anything technical, although I do think technically it's not that great of a game. We could go into all of my criticisms. I actually at one point I had thoughts of making a video about it, but then I realized that I'm too lazy to write a script, so I didn't. And we're gonna... Yeah, I was really disappointed in Fortune's Weave because I really didn't want to go back to the Fodland well, but here we are. I'm scared for Fortune's Weave because it looks like it'll have a good amount of POC in the cast, and Fire Emblem historically hasn't handled that well. Yeah. I enjoyed Three Houses, but more as a traditional JRPG instead of Fire Emblem. I tried playing it when I first got in a Fire Emblem mindset and hated it. Then I went back a year later and played it in a traditional JRPG mindset and enjoyed it a lot more. Scared for Fortune's Weave because IS are definitely taking the wrong lessons from Three Houses' success. I mean, I feel like Three Houses' success mainly hinges on there was a pandemic and petty tribalism fuels any online discussion for an unreasonable amount of time. I think if Fire Emblem Three Houses had released either like 5 years earlier or 5 years later, it wouldn't have done as well as it did. But that's just my opinion. Because it released and it had a tribalistic undertone with everybody arguing over which house is the best, and is Edelgard right, and is Dimitri evil, and is Claude an idiot, and blah 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 blah. Which was really fueled by the whole pandemic thing, where we were all stuck in our houses, talking on the internet to each other for an unreasonable amount of time. The heavy skill emblem and grinding aspects aren't as interesting. Claude is always an idiot, ouch. Oh, Pala, be better. Three Houses definitely benefited from timing right at the start of the Switch's life cycle and when the pandemic hit for sure, yeah. So it's like, the thing is, I feel like if they re-released Three Houses today and nobody knew anything about it, like it hadn't existed before, it wouldn't have done as well as it did. Yeah, I also kind of hate a lot of Three Houses fans. I find them very annoying. Which, like, you don't have to love every game in a series. I'm not gonna be elitist and say that, but, like, I feel like if you come into a series that's been going for 16 entries, and then you insist that everything before it is dog shit and it needs to just be like the one you played, fuck off. Like, shut the fuck up and leave. You don't have to like Fire Emblem. You don't have to keep playing the series if you just liked Three Houses. Clearly, a lot of people did like the series the way it was, and they're okay. Like, that's fine. Anyways, I have a lot of feelings about this. I liked Three Houses when it launched and when I played it for the first time, but replaying it was like being tortured in hell, and it doesn't help that it's the Fire Emblem game that literally everyone's played, so yeah, no, same. Because everybody talks about it all the time. It's like, it takes up all of the space in Fire Emblem discussions. If anyone's talking about Fire Emblem, they're talking about Three Houses now, and it's exhausting. It's been out for 6 years and people are still arguing over Edelgard. Are we not sick of this conversation? That's the thing. They're not. They're not sick of it. The issue with Three Houses fans is that they aren't critical of the game in the gameplay sense. No, the issue with Three Houses fans is that they're not critical thinkers at all. And I'm gonna put my controller down and I'm gonna have this conversation for a hot second. Media literacy is fucking dead, okay? And that has never become more obvious to me than when I'm talking about Three Houses in general. Because, like, media should not be a choose-your-own-adventure story where you just get to make up whatever random bullshit you like, and then that becomes canon. Because that's not how it works. There is objective, like, I'm not saying that there's no interpretation involved in media, but there are objective things that happen within the story that you should be accounting for when you are discussing the fucking story. And there have been so many times where I've had arguments with people, and they expect me to just, like, hear their fucking headcanons and, like, just go along with whatever the fuck they're saying. They just invent shit out of thin air, and then they expect me, as a person that they are talking to, like, treat their headcanon as if it is reasonably on the same level as canon. And that is the death of media literacy. Because I'm not gonna sit there and be like, that didn't happen. Like, okay, I have one very specific one. It's the Gronderfield rematch at the time skip, where you have all of them, you know, Tail Team Plains, whatever. No, not Tail Team Plains, fuck. It's the Gronder rematch with all of them after the time skip, where Edelgard's wearing her stupid red dress and Dimitri's crazy and blah blah blah. You know the one. The one that they did as trailer bait, but barely makes any sense in the story because they didn't set it up properly and it's stupid. Anyways, the thing that I was arguing with someone with was the Bernadetta getting set on fire thing. Because Edelgard does that to Bernadetta. She sets Bernadetta on fire. This is an objective fact. You cannot dispute this because you can literally play it and it happens, okay? And then I was talking to someone about this and I was like, I think that's kind of fucked up and I don't like Edelgard for that. And they told me Edelgard doesn't set Bernadetta on fire. I was like, yes, she does. I went and I found a playthrough of somebody where it happened. Bernadetta's standing. They said, no. She doesn't set the platform on fire until Bernadetta moves off of the platform. I said, no, that's not true. She can set Bernadetta on fire when she's on the platform. I dug up a video of someone playing this map where that happened. Bernadetta is standing on the platform and Edelgard sets it on fire. I said, see? She sets Bernadetta on fire. And they were like, no, she doesn't, because Bernadetta doesn't say anything. So therefore it didn't happen. And I was like, what do you mean? She's standing on the platform's on fire. Well, they didn't set the exact tile she's standing on fire. Yeah, because it's a ballista and that would make the map too easy if they set the ballista on fire and they couldn't use it anymore. Like, it's a gameplay thing. But, like, every tile around her is on fire, and you would be fucked even if the tile she's not on isn't on fire. Well, Bernadetta doesn't say anything, so it doesn't matter. And then we got to the point where someone was arguing with me that it was actually a glitch that the devs had not patched out of the game because they did not want Edelgard to set Bernadetta on fire. They were not going to be convinced otherwise, and so it was a glitch. It was a glitch, and the devs didn't notice it, and they never patched it out. It's been 6 fucking years. If that was really a glitch, they would have patched it out by now. Just accept that you're wrong, but they don't, and that's what drives me crazy. Anyways, I haven't been reading the chat while I was ranting because I didn't want to get off track, but that's the death of media literacy. I could probably turn that into a YouTube short if it was under 90 seconds. Do you think I got it? I'll check. Anyways, I'm gonna drink some water and breathe, because I forgot to do both of those things while I was ranting. Post about Tellius where people were having Edelgard discourse, hate that. I once saw someone argue that Dimitri is evil because a shot from Tellius looks somewhat similar to a shot from Azure Moon. That was fun. Claude being a bum is canon. Hilda's fans not looking at the slaves she owns. That drives me insane too. You are correct, Bernadette was not okay with being set on fire. She didn't do that war. Yeah, it was like, I don't care if she does the thing. I find it more interesting that she did. I don't like her, but I'm okay, it's cool if a character does something fucked up for whatever they're aiming to do. It shows that she's willing to go way far beyond what I would consider human decency in order to achieve her goals. That's interesting. Why are you trying to argue away the interesting part of this character that you say you like? Ugh. Anyways. I just wish the Three Houses writers cared about the other lords as much as they cared about Dimitri, because it's just one house and 2 others we don't care about. Yeah. Yeah, Hilda be like, yeah, we just had slaves. I know. Tell us how you really feel, V. That's probably the angriest I will ever be. So, you know. Glad you are all here to see it. But yeah, see, I think what happened with Three Houses is, on a technical standpoint, it's just not well made because it's clear it was rushed. I think what they were trying, I think what's clear to me, angers you over be so far, but yeah, I think what's clear to me about Three Houses is they started, I know the concept started with, you're an avatar character and your lord turns bad and then you have to fight your lord. Interesting premise, but from a technical standpoint, just knowing what I know about game development, it feels very strongly to me like what happened is they started developing Azure Moon and the Blue Lions first. Once they decided it was going to be 3 routes, they started with them. And then they realized they were running out of time, and so they just cobbled together something for the rest of the houses, and then they released it. I think that's why White Clouds is so focused on the Blue Lions, and only the Blue Lions, and I think that's why Azure Moon feels like the most complete route. The only reason it's not is because they had to hold something back to give you an excuse to play, Verdant Wind. So you don't get to kill the Agarthans, except you do, you just do it by accident, you don't find out what their whole deal was. I don't know why you make a game where the whole gimmick was having 3 lords and then have Claude's route just be Silver Snow and Edelgard's route having the least amount of chapters. I think it was literally just time constraints. I think they ran out of time. They did not have good development, a good development project management. They didn't have good project management. They ran out of time, fucked it up. I like Edelgard and I know she did, but I know she did. See, that's all I ever want when I'm having a discussion about her is I don't need people to hate her. It's fine to like the character, I just can't stand the people who will, try and gaslight me into saying that she didn't set Bernadetta on fire, because they can't, reckon with the fact that she did that. Her doing bad stuff makes her interesting. It makes her unique from the other lords. People who say she doesn't do wrong, dismissing flaws takes away all of the meat of the character for her. You can absolutely like her as a character, just stop turning your head away. Yeah, exactly, Christian. Like, why am I supposed to give a fuck about Lord Leonardo? Yeah, I know. I'm, like, shaking. Ugh. Say the map's most open field, symmetrical maps, the actual worst post-time skip chapter in any game. Wait, which one is that? People can't seem to figure out that a good character is not equal to the character's a good person. Yeah, but, like, media literacy is dead, so they can't reckon with that. I think there's also just, like, a severe lack of emotional regulation ability among a lot of fans of media these days, where they're like, if you say that you hate this character that I relate to, that means you hate me. And it's like, no, that's not what that means. Okay? Let's be mature. Do your box breathing. Okay? Do your box breathing. Log off of the internet for 10 minutes and you will get through it. You will get through somebody saying they don't like your favorite character. I promise. I don't care if people don't like Takumi, even though I relate to him on a very deep level, because I understand that you don't have to like my favorite character to not think I'm a piece of shit. You know? Oh yeah, no, hunting by daybreak is terrible. You're so right. Can we just talk? Hi, Blurhead Real, what's up? You missed a big rant, or you heard it, I don't know. It's hard-ass escapism. I've yet to achieve that level. Yeah, Christian. Congratulations, you're probably more emotionally stable than a lot of people in fandom. Yeah, okay, no, sorry. I will rant. Since I ranted a bit about the way that fans talk about the story, I will also rant about what a failure of game design Hunting by Daybreak / Reunion at Dawn is, because that is a failure of a map on a lot of fundamental game design levels, and I can't not talk about it, okay? So first of all, they force you to use your house characters. But they also created a game in which you don't have to use your house characters in the first half of the game. So you can basically just fundamentally screw yourself if you decide not to use your house characters, which is fine if you're playing on casual mode or an easy difficulty. Not so great when you're playing on Lunatic. That forces you to spend a lot of the first half of the game training characters that you don't necessarily even want to use, just so you can get through one map and then immediately bench them again. And then, when you get there, you don't get to change the deployment order, which, you know, like there's some bullshit like putting Mercedes in a net all the way at the ass end of a map, and they're both squishy and terrible. So they will probably die very quickly, and you also can't alter your inventory beforehand either. So if you didn't know that this map was coming up, which you probably won't if you haven't played the game before, again, you can just get fundamentally screwed and like soft locked, and it's dumb. It's bad game design. I don't know why they made it like that. So bad in the Golden Deer because there's only like 3 units in that house worth using. Ouch. Like game, yeah, no. It's like, and it's, yeah. And it's like, the whole point of Fire Emblem as well is that you get more units, so if you have one that's not doing well, you can replace them with someone else. But I also hate the entire recruitment philosophy of 3 houses, where you have to recruit them all in the first half of the game, with like 1 or 2 exceptions. Like you can get like Scythia on Crimson Flower, you can get Gilbert after the time skip on Azure Moon, but like, for the most part, you have to recruit them all ahead of the time skip. My other biggest story complaint about 3 houses is why the fuck do I give a shit about any of these characters? Like, on your first playthrough, you interact with the other houses so little, and all of the interaction that's supposed to be meaningful to the characters is happening off-screen, like after the first Gronder Field battle, when they all have that feast together, and you just get back to the academy, and they're all like, let's have a feast together! And then it goes screen to black, and then you just show up afterwards, and everyone's like, wow, that was such a great feast together, I feel so connected to my fellow students, but they didn't show me any of that, they just told me it, and then every single character talks about this feast for the entire rest of the game as if it was this massively impactful thing, and we didn't even get to fucking see it! Sorry, Dante. I did not mean to wake you up. We didn't even get to fucking see this thing that everybody references as being the reason why they care about killing each other. So why the fuck do I give a shit if I'm killing these people? It doesn't matter. Oh, and don't even get me started, Blurhead Reel, about, like, betraying your friends and family to fight for a teacher you had for 1 year. That's so fucking stupid. People talk about everybody, like, people talk about everybody being up Corin's dick for, like, siding with them in Fates, but, like, at least Corin meant something to most of these people, and most of them have the conviction to tell them to fuck off if they start fighting against them. Why the hell is, like, Sylvain going to, like, murder his dad or whatever after 1 year with a teacher? Anyways. Can't wait for the edit in the stream bot saying, if you don't care about the Three Houses rant, just want to watch the gameplay, skip the next 45 minutes. I'm not editing this VOD, they can sit through it. Okay. Anyways, hi Ultimate, Dante is here, you are correct. And he's very cute, and I woke him up a little bit with that last rant, but it's fine. He's kinda used to it. I feel like at this point, if you're watching my channel and you don't know that I don't really like Three Houses, like, that's on you. I made an entire tier list video where I said I didn't like it. I've ranted about it several times just when we've been playing Shadow Dragon. Three Houses felt really good the first playthrough I did, and I got maybe 3 chapters into a second before I was like, this blows, and stops. Yeah, see, here's the other thing. I feel like your opinion of Three Houses is, like, inversely proportional to the number of routes you played. Because I feel like the people who only played, like, 1 route love the game. I really liked it after I played my first route, and then as I played more and more routes, my opinion of it just kept going down, because it was so repetitive with, like, the map reuse, the music reuse, the story beat reuse, the lack of unique things for characters to be doing in their routes. It's an experience that gets worse the more you play it. So it's like, why would I continue? But anyways, yeah, so I feel like most of the people who really love it played like 1 route, maybe 2, then dropped it and moved on with their lives. Where the fuck? The first run of Three Houses, I recruited Sylvain, but not Felix, so it's kind of funny that he was abandoned. He abandoned the dude he'd allegedly die with post-time skip. Yeah. Free warp, that was also exploitable. I didn't really do a lot of gameplay exploits, except for when I played Silver Snow, because that was my last route, and I was so sick of playing the game by that point that I just warp skipped everything. Anyways, I think that's all of my ranting about Three Houses done. Maybe we could play Shadow Dragon again. Or sorry, New Mystery of the Emblem. I wasn't even trying to break the game. I believe you. Oh, it's a ballista. Oh, there's Mathis. Okay. Well, we'll deal with him in a little. This guy is, like, not moving, so... Oh yeah, I forgot we were playing the TLC. I don't regret bringing that side of you out. I crave such chaos. See, here's the thing, is, like, I try, generally speaking... Because I do understand, like, every Fire Emblem is somebody's favorite Fire Emblem. And I don't want people to, like, come away thinking that I'm just, like, a hater-ass bitch, even though I am kind of a hater-ass bitch. So, like, I try, generally, to not rant too much. However, you got a fucking second Fodland game, okay? You can sit through me ranting for, like, 15 minutes. Loki Sylvain's the worst Fire Emblem character to me, Mr. Misogyny 500 who cries about how hard it is being a misogynist. My opinion on Sylvain fluctuates greatly depending on the day. Let's see. I hate talking with people who only played 1 route because, like, I know it's nauseating to play it more than once, but also your takes wouldn't be so bad if you knew the full story. Oh, but then sometimes you get people who did play all 4 routes and their takes are still dog shit, so I don't know. I'm just gonna stick board over here and see if he dies. See, my problem- okay, another problem I have with Three Houses is it's extremely misogynistic, but it doesn't understand that. And I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that, but I mean something very specific. Where it's like, all of the problems with Three Houses, like in the Three Houses universe, are pinned on crests, but it's just misogyny. The problem is just misogyny. They just hate women. Like, they say like, oh, well, Hanneman's sister got bred like a fucking broodmare until she died trying to produce a crest baby. So clearly that means that crests are the problem, but it's like, Hanneman got to fuck off and do whatever he wanted, and he has a crest. He would probably be a better candidate for being a broodmare for crest babies. So, it's not the crests that are the problem here, it's just misogyny. This can happen even if there's no, like, magical powers to pass down, and has happened in real life. But it doesn't understand that. It doesn't know that what it did is just misogyny. It thinks it's being smart and clever. And it drives me insane. I'm gonna use this save point before I fuck myself up. Three Houses fans critical about the wrong part of the game. Or, like, none of the moms have names. And I think this just kind of got memory hold from, like, existence. But, like, y'all remember how Byleth's mom didn't have a name when the game first launched? Grr, I hate Dimitri, or grr, I hate Edelgard when it's actually grr. This game feels like dog water to play. I stopped posting about Fire Emblem as much because I was getting sick of Edelgard discourse and bad takes in my comments. Yeah. Three Houses of Ghost can put all the men in breeding stocks. I'd play that game. What was I saying, though? Oh yeah, Byleth's mom didn't have a name when the game first launched. When you go to her gravestone, which, mind you, has only been there for about 20 years, it just says that the name is too faded by time. They only put her name on her gravestone after the DLC where we found out her name. And there's none of the mothers in this game have a name. I think the only one that has a name in Three Houses proper that wasn't added in Hopes later is Patricia/Anselma. We know Citri and Sothis, and, yeah. I was posting about Awakening, why are we talking about Edelgard? I have no more patience for any of that nonsense, I'll be honest, like... Shout out to Balthus having a crush on Claude's mom, game Nosuke. Oh yeah, I think Claude's, like, a lot of them got, like, if they got a name, they got it in the DLC. But it's like, none of them had names. But like, every fucking stick and stone is named, so I guess the world building's great, right? That's another thing I hate criticisms of Fire Emblem games that talk about world building, because people don't understand what world building is, and it drives me insane. World building is not when every stick and stone in the land has a name, okay? World building is making a world that feels like it exists. That can be anything. And I'm gonna come for every motherfucker in this universe who says that Fates has bad world building. That is a fucking lie. You are full of shit. Oh, but the continent doesn't have a name. I don't know if you know this, but like, you can have world building even if the continent doesn't have a name. There's so much world building in just the character designs. The fact that Hoshido and Nor are so distinctly different in their cultural practices and manner of dress, and the classes that they have is world building. That is a massive amount of world building. That is doing so much world building work. But no, the game didn't tell you the name of the continent, so I guess we just throw that all away and pretend like it doesn't exist. Okay. Lionette's mom is just Felix's mom is alive. They reveal that in Three Hopes. I didn't know he even had a mom. I thought that Rodrigue just got pregnant. Or something. Yeah, you'd hate the Fire Emblem fans on TikTok, V? Probably. My criticism is gameplay, if the gameplay meshes well with the story. Yeah, that's fair. I once saw someone say, I wish there was another Fire Emblem game with 3 houses world building. If your standards are that low, Talius is gonna blow your mind. Chrome's good. Oh, Kaiser, your message got held again for the white power thing. Yeah, Felix has a mom. It's revealed in Hopes that he has a mom, and not only does he have a mom, but she's still alive. She's fine. She's just hanging out. We still don't know her name, though. I'll be honest, I don't use TikTok at all because TikTok is trash. So... TikTok is accelerating the rate at which every single human being on planet Earth loses brain cells, and I refuse to participate in that. The thing is, too, they won't experience FE4 because they don't actually like Fire Emblem. They like 3 houses. And that's fine, but, like, you know. The Pegasus Knight trio must be lonely without Est. And I was such a fan of their triangle attack, too. Oh, Est, come home already, will ya? You like 3 houses and they also like children? Wait, what? You're gonna have to explain that one, Kaiser. Look, you groom your students. Okay, I get that. Yeah. I don't know, there's like some adult daddies to bang though, at least. I would do anything for Rhea's thighs. I miss the Pegasus sisters and the triangle attack. It's such a funny line, I know, right? There's an elitist who sometimes shows up in my comments like, ugh, it's so sad how FE4 won't get remade because woke. I mean, to be fair, the main character does have blue hair and pronouns, so I guess it's woke. I do love Manuela, too. She's my spirit character. Alright, I guess we're just running everybody around. I probably could have been walking while we were having that rant now that I think about it, but it's probably good that I didn't because, the hate was really flowing there. The hater-ass bitch energy was high. Three Houses fans when they want a dark game and then see that 100,000 people are slaughtered in the text crawl at the beginning. That means that Fire Emblem fans are too woke for FE4 today. Like, gang, we're not that far off from the Kaga era writing. I'll be honest, I don't know what you could possibly be referring to by saying Fire Emblem fans are woke. I have never had... I'm not gonna say that. That's hyperbolic, but like... Have you ever met, like, some of the Fire Emblem people? There was, okay, I'm just gonna... I don't remember the name of the YouTuber, I'm sorry, I saw this a while ago, but there was a YouTuber who was talking... He was telling this story about how Street Pass on the 3DS saved his life, because he was, like, dating a girl or talking with her or something, and she had, like, a creepy incel stalker, and the guy, like, came to his dorm to try and, like, kill him, or hurt him or something. He's not really sure because it didn't happen. And he was like warned about it because the guy street passed him. And he, the guy who was coming to hurt him was playing Fire Emblem. And like my immediate reaction when I was watching this video and he like showed the street pass screen or whatever and it was like Fire Emblem, like, last played game is Fire Emblem Fates or whatever, I was like, oh, of course it's a fucking Fire Emblem fan. So I feel like that should tell you everything you need to know about what the Fire Emblem fan experience is. I would not classify it as being particularly woke. I mean, I guess it's nice that we have, like, gay marriage and stuff in the games now, but, like, every game coming out of Japan with any sort of life simulation element has gay marriage these days. It's not really unique anymore. When they have to play the game? You mean, FE4? Like, realistically, it's not that hard. It's also not really that tactically difficult. It's just long. Also, Fire Emblem's gay marriage isn't that good, no offense. Like, sorry, not super thrilled about having one romance option in Three Houses launch. That drives me insane whenever people talk about Three Houses as, like, the pinnacle of queer representation. Because, yeah, you had one gay character, like, one queer male character. The rest were fake outs. They were just old dudes who you become friends with. And then the only other gay guy you can marry is fucking paid DLC. And they're both like, and I mean no hate. I love all of the twinks out there. But they're both effeminate twinks, and that's not everybody's type, okay? We need some diversity. Oh no, what did I do? Why do you keep clicking off? Melon DS, damn it. Hey Prince, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's me, Julian. Julian? I'd heard that you'd gone to Macedon with Lena, but I didn't think we'd cross paths here. How's Lena? Of course she's with you, right? Well, how should I say this? Lena's suddenly up and vanished. I don't know what to do. Wait, Julian, tell me what happened in detail. Lena's been missing since last night. The villagers speak of some sort of strange priest prowling around lately. Of course it's a priest. Oh, let's see. You'd think they'd like FE4 the most, considering the anti-woke mob are mostly sister-kissing rednecks. Jesus, Christian. I do agree with you there, Kaiser. They are pretty good at integrating the world building with the gameplay. Eloise having platonic S support was rage bait. Paid DLC Annie's a clone of the last game's gay character. Are you referencing Niles, or...? Generally, I don't think I can point to a map in Three Houses where I can say it integrates the world building and story with the gameplay. Outside of setting Bernie on fire, which didn't happen, remember? Leon, oh right, Leon. So I completely forgot that Shadows of Valentia happened between Fates and Three Houses. No, you're so right. They have like the exact same character design. If I was Byleth and I got friend-zoned by Aloysia, I would cry. Anyways, it seems that somehow Lena was taken by this man. A priest? Julian, as it turns out, Princess Maria has gone missing as well. I have a terrible feeling about this. Anyway, staying here won't solve anything. Come with us. I'm worried for Lena too. We'll all help to look for her. Prince Marth, thank you. Nothing would please me more. I don't want to marry an off-screen NPC. I think Alois is hot. I can't believe that they did that, and he has like a wife and kid too. Wait, why would Annette be there? You mean Gilbert? Because you do have a platonic ending with Gilbert, too. Alright, we gotta start making some progress. It doesn't matter, Three Houses moment. I will say it was at least a decent game to ship in. My Sylvix fanfics got hella traffic. The platonic ending with Gilbert doesn't piss me off because I don't give a fuck about Gilbert. Gilbert and Eloise, let's all get wives and not tell Byleth, yeah. Can we talk about, like, the absolute character assassination that happened with Eloise and, like, Hopes, though? He kinda sucks in Hopes. I don't even remember exactly how, I just remember suddenly hating his guts. To be fair, I think most Fire Emblem fans would probably die if they tried to play Fire Emblem 5. She's a feisty game. That person was saying that Fire Emblem fans are too woke because sometimes Fire Emblem's a little weird with the incest is a woke take now. But, like, it's leaning into the incest still, too, so clearly it's not that big of a problem. Yeah, but, you know, first impressions and all. I think that person you were arguing with might be into incest, Frosty Flake. I'm not saying that that's true, but based on the totality of this conversation, they might just not like getting kink shamed. I have no idea why these wyverns aren't coming to like absolutely rock my shit, but I'll take it. Was 4 the one where you're escaping the underground prison? Because I kind of like that one. I don't remember all of the chapters precisely because I've only played it once. 4 is I love that chapter. That would probably, if I had to rank the Thracia chapters, if I actually remembered them, that would probably be in my top 5. Bottom tier is that one with Reinhard. The one everyone knows. Fuck that one. Right, okay. I did have an Awakening-based D&D campaign I run, and one of my friends is very much a Fates hater, Three Houses lover. Oh, my least favorite kind. And I'm absolutely introducing Corrin as an NPC who saves everyone and then leaves dramatically. You know, one of the things I really liked about Fire Emblem... See, here's the thing. I don't know if I would like Fire Emblem Fates as much as I do now, and if I would look back on it as fondly if it weren't for the entire shit show that was the Three Houses fandom. Because, like, I look at, like, the way people interacted with each other in the Three Houses fandom, and I look back at, like, the experiences I had in the Fates fandom, and I was like, man, Fates was a lot more fun. The prison was fine, the prison escape was annoying, at least for me, because my completionist ass needed Dhalsim, but the city escape was more annoying. Yeah. I literally told them that, and then they went, but it's never with biologically related people, and they censor cousin marriage. They did not. I mean, kind of, but not really. Yeah, no, they're still really crazy about incest. But yeah, like... You know, at least if I ever had an argument with anyone in the Fates fandom about, like, whether Takumi was a dumbass teenage boy who was, like, stupid and wrong, nobody was like, oh, so you're a baby killer, or whatever the fuck they said to me. You're a lesbian-hating, misogynist baby killer who loves the status quo and probably doesn't even support Palestine. I think I had someone say that almost bar for bar to me. And that was when I was like, I've given up on this fandom, we're leaving. No, legit. Yeah, no, I had a guy, literally, like, I was just saying something about how I didn't like Edelgard or whatever, I thought her fandom was being a little crazy, and he was like, Actually, Edelgard fans are morally righteous because I retweet Free Palestine tweets. This was in like 2023 or something. I retweet Free Palestine on Twitter, and I was like, I think I'm done with this fandom after that one. That broke me a little bit. Like, I was like, I can deal with a lot, but people using, like, dead children to bolster their arguments about fictional characters, that broke me. I was like, I can't do this anymore. You people are terrible. It was kind of crazy how Reyes stated that Agartha was promised to her. Oh god, don't even make that joke. I hate that joke. It's so dumb. Was it the same guy who was low-key stalking Emblem Xeno or someone else? There were a couple people who were low-key stalking Emblem Xeno, but probably. I'm not gonna name any names because I don't want people to go crazy. We're talking about a real-life genocide in the context of Edelgard discourse. Oh my god, that's what I said. That's what I said. And I was like, you're fucked up. And then I started, like, getting spammed with a bunch of, like, weird-ass, like, comments about how I was like, oh, so you love Israel. And I was like, that has nothing to do with what we are talking about right now. Please, shut the fuck up and go outside. Alright, I guess... I have a feeling if I step on this bridge, they're gonna spam me, so I guess we'll sacrifice board. Nope. Okay. And then we're not supposed to visit the armory because we're gonna get, like, ambushed, right? What if I just keep sending board in further? Really? But here. He's my canary in the coal mine right now. I need them to move. It's getting really annoying how they're just standing there, and this is continuing to go. And I'm continuing to get worked up about Three Houses discourse that's like 2 years old at this point. I don't know what most of these people are doing at this point, because after that interaction, I was like, that's enough. Like, I can't be in this fandom anymore. Like, I'll go play other Fire Emblem games and talk about other Fire Emblem games and write other Fire Emblem fanfiction. So if I have a Three Houses fanfic that you've been waiting for to get an update, you can blame those people, because they're never getting finished, because I was like, I can't be in this fandom anymore. Lena, where are you? What I would give to hear your voice just once before I die. Yeah, it's fine, bored. The only game I'm looking forward to next year is Tomodachi Life 3. Oh my god, I didn't realize that was coming out. Yeah, he lasted a lot longer than I thought he would. So good for him. Alright, Luke. Your turn now. I mean, you're better than 90% of Three Houses fans because you play other Three Houses games. Was that in reference to? Because I don't think you can call me a Three Houses fan after all that. I'm looking forward to Pokopia. I've always wanted, like, a Pokemon farming sim kind of game. But yeah, I have no problem, again, just to be 100% clear, I have no problem with people who like Three Houses and enjoy it and just are normal about it. It's just the crazy ones ruined it, for me personally. Pokemon Crossing, yeah. Eh, he'll be fine. Where's Julian? He's over here. What's your movement? 7? Okay, he can get to Mathis. Talk to him. Another great Luke level. I hate that he's doing so well because I hate him. But yeah, I'm excited for Pokopia. Okay, because I was kind of like, I don't want to buy Fortune's Weave right when it comes out, but then I was like, I'm gonna wait for somebody who I trust to play it and tell me if it's any good. And then everybody I know and trust is like, I'm gonna wait to play it until somebody else tells me if it's good. So now I'm kind of like, ah, fuck, do I have to buy Fortune's Weave right away and play it? Huh. Snorlax being asleep for so long that it grew moss is so weirdly adorable. I love that. I do like the Flash. The Flash is nice. Let's see, we gotta get rid of this guy. I'll play Fortune's Weave and yeah, I'm like, I could stream it, but every time I've tried to stream a new Fire Emblem game, they haven't really done that well. So I'm kind of debating if it's worth it. Hey, cut it out! Why must you always insist on pointing your sword at us? I pity Lena for having to put up with your stupidity. Oh, get him, Julian! You might just be likable by the end of this. Oh, it's you, Julian. Are you still trying to worm your way into Lena's good books? No way, I won't hand my cute little sister to a thieving rat like you. You can relax, Lena and I would never work out. But even if it's just a little, I wanted to help her in any way that I could. Oh, you finally realized where you stand. Attaboy, Julian. Wow, you suck, Mathis. That's not the kind of thing I want to be hearing from you. Well, whatever. If you're worried about Lena, then come with me. Oh, alright, thanks. You see, they forced me to join the rebel army, but you know I hate fighting. Alright, little brother, let's join forces and look out for cute little Lena. The whiplash in this conversation is getting me. I remember my lunatic run where my Marth got 1% crit by the final that blows. That indie witch school game looks fun. Oh my god, don't even fucking talk to me about Witchbrook, okay? I've been keeping my eye on Witchbrook since it was announced a decade ago, and then they pushed it back. I have no faith that game's coming out. I mean, I would really like for it to, because it's exactly the kind of game that I'm hoping for, but it seems like it got caught in some development hell, so I'm worried about it. Mathis added to the weird older brothers tier list for real. Are these guys ever gonna come out of the fucking mountains and fight me like a man? Like, how close do I have to be? I should probably... I wonder if I can get, Hala and Katria down to kill that ballista. Shout out to my friend who had completed an H4 Iron Man of Shadow Dragon with every weapon as all devil effects. Jeez. That's great, though. I would also love Witchbrook for if it was a magical school simulator that has no relation to Harry Potter. I want it to work so bad. I'm just so scared. The linked AI is weird. You know what I could probably do is I could probably send both Pala and Katria toward this guy, and then he'll kill one of them, and then the other one can finish him off next turn. I think that's a sound strategy at this point, because I kind of want this map to be over. And I don't know. I guess we'll just... Maybe we'll send Mathis in as a sacrificial lamb. I'm enjoying it. I just wish it was a little shorter. Are you getting up, Dante? Okay, Dante wants out of the room. Let me just turn off the cat cam. Katria dodge. I wasn't even looking. Oh my god. I was paying attention to the cat. I'm still gonna give the kill to Pala, though. Well, maybe Katria's luck will hold out, and I'll send her up against the, Draco Knights over in the mountains. Just to see if I can get them out of the mountains. This is the dumbest possible thing I could do, I think. parts in this game build if characters are just on the map at the same time, right? Like, you don't have to stand them next to each other. Oh, right. Drog can go over water because he's a pirate. If you complete map with them alive. What? With who alive? With units alive. Well, I'm probably gonna have some units alive, but I feel like I missed half of this statement. You think Cecil can take this guy out? I just want to bait the stupid Draco Knights. Why aren't they coming? I low-key miss child units. My little shipper heart loves playing ships. It wasn't handled great in Fates, but I liked all of it. Oh, I'm so with you there. Part of the reason I got into Fire Emblem was because I was told I could play Matchmaker, and I fucking love playing Matchmaker. I think their AI is if 2 enemies can attack them. I don't know about that. The AI is weird? Yeah, I'm getting that impression. Hold on, first things first. We're gonna Luke save. Just in case this goes horribly wrong for me. And then I'm thinking Catria comes in with like a javelin. Just to soften him up a little bit. In Lunatic, the rest of those Draco Knights move if the Master Seal Draco Knight moves. Oh, one of them has a Master Seal? I didn't even notice that. Well, now we definitely gotta slaughter them. I also did not realize how low Pala's, like, Silverlands uses were, so... Who will you use it on? I don't know. Chris would probably make the most sense, but Chris isn't quite at the right level yet. Wait, do you not? Tauros. Fuck's that. Strength +1 and defense +1 when held. Oh. You think Cecil will get dropped by a javelin hit? Probably, right? Give it to Board as an apology? No. First goes to Chris, but I promote when I cap speed on them. That's fair. Damn it, why is the Altean army here? You're all going down with me. Die. Uh-oh. Did my stream freeze? Or is that just the preview? Arctic Fox 143, thanks for the follow. Oh, I love the little Quilava. Stream isn't froze. Okay, for some reason Twitch's stream preview froze like 25 minutes ago, I guess. And I'm not entirely sure why, but whatever. Alright, we have a save, so we don't have to go all the way back to the start, just in case this gets messed up. And then I think I could probably get Marth around a rapier. We've just been watching a frozen screen of Board dying for the past 25 minutes and we didn't know how to tell you. If anything, I feel like that would enhance the stream, no? Do we really need Board? Oh, that was a lot of... Oh, that's gonna kill. Oh. It's okay, Cecil. You're fine. It's okay, we're almost at the end of the map. She's fine. She's not gonna get that many more levels on this map anyways. No, we're playing on casual, don't worry. Strength? Damn it. Oh yeah, there's also arenas, probably. I only played FE3 and forgot about the class change mechanic, so Cecil being a mage threw me for a loop, yeah. Also, your girl dodged again. Does that count for nothing? Okay, I say we prioritize killing the one with the Master Seal. Though that Silver Lance is looking delicious. Oh no, you also grabbed the Silver Lance? Oh no, I'm gonna do that too, if I can. I'm just trying to make sure that we have, the Master Seal. That... Okay. I think we should be good there. Nine? Marth. Okay, it's fine. Let's just try and get... Get you into the pocket. Where's the wing spear when we need it? I know! Martha's so useless without his wife. It's frustrating. You should visit that shop. It would be very funny. I know what's in that shop. I already know. You're not gonna get me. Alright, God, I gotta go to the bathroom so bad, but we're almost done with this map. You need stronger weapons, not gonna lie. You see, I acknowledge that, and yet... It probably would have been easier if I had a mage. But that dream is dead, so... Screw it. We're just gonna end turn and see what happens. We have the save. I don't know why I left Gordon there. Fumbled, yep. They call me the Queen of Fumbles. They don't. Who is they? Nobody calls me anything. I never really had nicknames. Never really had nicknames growing up. Alright, let's see. Chris? Oh, honey. Your nickname is FEMpreg guy to me? That's FEMpreg gal. Thank you very much. Not Ceta. Palace still has the silver lance, so... Sorry, my mistake. Do I not sound feminine? Is this something I need to be insecure about? Do I sound like a 12-year-old boy? That'd be such a trip. My Lady of FEM Preg, thank you. That is a respectable title. I will wear it with honor. Alright, let's get Pala in, I guess, for another hit. No, I was using guy gender neutrally. Oh, thank God. That should be in the description of the next tier list. What, the My Lady of FEM Preg thing? Okay. Let's see. I'll make sure to say it before we start the next tier list. So if I go to the armory, do I get to buy things from them, or am I just screwed? Patron saintess of FEM Preg. Well, I'll take it over some of the titles I could have gotten in this fandom. See, now the annoying thing is I used the save point before we fought the Draco Knight, so I don't know what's coming out of this armory. What if I just made a happy little save state? Just one. Just one, just in case things really go to shit. I discovered you through your fanfic, so that's where my mind always goes. Now that's a deep cut, because I feel like most of the people who know me for the Mpreg know me for the Mpreg from the tier list videos that I've been posting recently. But you're like an OG, so... We love all our OGs in the Mpreg department. Hashtag Leokumi, let's go! My first love. My first hyperfixation. I found V through an FE4 or FE5 short. A lot of people do find me through those too. Alright, I know that I'm gonna get ambushed if I go in the armory, but it would be funny to get the extra experience, so... Good day. What can I help you with? Here, have a look at our wares. Uh-huh. Okay. Should I buy anything? Do I have money? I mean, he's still selling it to me. I'm just waiting for shit to hit the fan now. I guess we'll get a steel axe for our pirate and like a steel bow. Come again. Am I not? Where's the ambush? Where? I was promised an ambush. When I was 14, I was a massive Leokumi fan. Like me and the guy I was dating at the time had matching Leokumi Discord profiles. I love that. That also terrifies me a little bit, because you might have actually read my Leokumi fic back in the day. I didn't have anybody to talk to about Leokumi, because nobody I knew played Fire Emblem. I was told I was gonna get ambushed if I went into this armory. What the fuck happened? females can't reclass to mercenaries. What does that say about patriarchal restrictions that dictate women on how they should earn a living? Can you tell that I don't know what the hell the patriarchy is? Patriarchy is when men bad. Okay. I mean, I do have an AO3 account, and that's all I'm gonna say. Maybe we can go through all of the comments on my Lyokumi fics, and then we can find out if you ever commented on them. Because my Lyokumi fics were, like, popular back in the day. They were, like, first or second page of AO3 if you sorted by kudos. So I expect most, like, a lot of people who liked Lyokumi probably read them. That's just the assumption I have to make. Okay, I'm gonna give it another turn to get ambushed from this fucking armory, and if it doesn't happen... I never commented on anything because I was afraid to make an account. Aw. It's weird that you have to go on a waiting list to sign up to AO3. From what I've been told, I don't know if... No, you do! You have to go on a waiting list because it's still in beta, and when they didn't have a waiting list, they were just getting a bunch of spam accounts that they couldn't regulate. So the waiting list is not like... It's not like an exclusivity thing, it's to try and cut down on the number of spam accounts. That's why they don't generate invites anymore. If you had an account back in the day, they would generate so many invites every, like, couple of weeks or something, or, like, every month or every year. I don't remember the exact pace. And then you could give them to your friends so they could make an account right away. But then the spam bots would make one account, and then they would just keep using the invites to invite spam accounts to make more spam accounts. So they stopped doing invites. However... my AO3 account is so old that I actually still have invites. That's why bot comments will leave a comment as a guest, but use an actual person's username to... I did not even realize that they did that. If any comments I left would still be there because I deleted my first AO3 account. I think the comment would stay. It would just say that the username is deleted, or like from a deleted account. Okay, sorry, is there gonna be somebody coming out of this armory or not? Aren't they called orphan accounts? I've never deleted an AO3 account, so I don't specifically know. But I think that the orphan account is, like, run by AO3, and that's just where your fics go if you orphan them. Which actually, now that I think about it, calling it orphaning your fic is kind of sad. Oh, okay, how do we deal with this? Yeah. I don't really see a lot of point to doing that myself, but... because you can also make them anonymous. Ruck patiently watching you heal everyone up to full while he just lets it happen. Well, I was kind of like, because everybody said, like, oh, that armory is gonna ambush you, so I keep waiting for it to happen. But it's been 3 turns, and it hasn't happened. So I guess it's just not going to? Okay, I guess, for the record, I went through the entire Lyokumi tag when I was super big on Lyokumi, so it's very likely that I've read at least one of your fics. You probably would, you might recognize it if I told you what they were called. I actually made friends, or acquaintanceships, I suppose. I don't want to say friends, because it's not like we're, like, super close or anything. But I had a couple Japanese acquaintances even who liked my Ryukumi fix. That was kind of fun. See, I think I think back so fondly. I can't believe you got tricked, but the guy in the house said it was gonna happen. Anyways, I think part of the reason I look back on the Fates fandom so fondly is because I met so many people from around the world, and I really had like my perspective opened up, and it was a lot of fun. And the reason why I look back so unfondly on the Three Houses fandom is because it was all just arguing about Edelgard and calling people war criminals. So rest in piss. We did the same thing. Shut up. You did not get me to believe that Catria wasn't evil. You just gaslit me into thinking that it might be true. And that is not a victory. They said they were gonna ambush me if I went to the fucking armory. I expected people to come out of the armory. The game told me that too. Did you guys edit the game? We might lose Ryan or Gordon, but that's fine. Strength? Yo. And defense? I'm thinking if we can just, Wait, who went into the armory? It was Luke. I low-key miss when Ryukumi was one of the Fire Emblem yaois. I'm glad Ikesorn at least stood the test of time. I feel Ryukumi still is one of the Fire Emblem yaois. It's just not quite... It's gotten eclipsed a bit. But, like, it's still, like, the biggest Fates ship. Pretty sure. Oh my god. The fic I remember most of yours was the Omegaverse where Takumi and Leo are in college and Takumi has, like, a stalker or something. I might be misremembering. No, you are correct. I do remember that fic. Which is interesting that that's the one you remember the most, because that's, like, honestly one of the ones I don't think about that often. Oh god, he's healing back everything he loses. Okay, how do we handle this? Did I not? Oh my god, he can't use the steel axe because of his rank! Alright. I think our solution is we are just going to keep throwing bodies at the problem until it's solved. And insert some kind of Robin-based soundbite about strategy. No, I enjoyed the modern AU Ryukumi thing that I did. I've actually had thoughts about going back and, like, reworking some of the older ones now that I'm, like, better at writing. It's time to tip the scales! Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking, if we can get Marth in here with the rapier, we can probably succeed. Oh, or we still have Pala. With her silver lance, I forgot about her. Okay, do we give the hill to Marth or Chris? Did you know in the Warner... I'm reading this before I read it out loud, because I don't know what's gonna be said. Yep, okay. I'm glad I didn't read that out loud as I was reading it for the first time. Okay, Marth or Chris kill? Do Chris? Okay. Marth? Well, too late. The Altean Knights, as I expected. Oh, is it? Okay, well. I haven't even been thinking about the Gaiden chapters. I got so used to not thinking about it, because the only way you get them in the last one is if somebody dies. Oh, right, I have to actually finish the map. Okay, Sire, the rebels have fled the castle, but I regret to inform you that Princess Minerva was nowhere to be found. One of the Gaiden chapters is unlocked if Chris is promoted level 5. Oh, okay, yeah, well, we're getting pretty close to level 5 then, I guess. Most of your party has to be impaled for you to access mid-as-hell units in the Gaiden... Yeah, exactly. What could have happened? She was supposed to be held inside the castle. Clink, 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 clink. Oh-ho! I knew this task was unworthy. Excellent work, Prince Marth. We'll take care of Macedon from here. Now, let us discuss your next mission. General Lang, what in the world do you want this time? Well, you see, my castle was attacked, and the Grustian prince and princess were kidnapped. The perpetrator fled to Macedon, it seems. Prince Marth, you are to capture him and return the children to me. He looks like Count Dookie. He looks so evil because he is evil. Maybe smother Lex Lang over here. You're asking me to send those children to their doom. You're in no position to defy me. Now, off to work you go, my prince. Your rudeness towards my liege has gone too far. Shut up, Prince Marth is not your minion. Get him, Chris! Or me, I guess, because I put my name on the character. This chapter needed to be completed in a certain amount of turns. Wait, what? Hold on, I gotta... Shadow Dragon chapters. I'm actually kind of pissed if I missed a Gaiden chapter because I wasn't paying attention. Wait, what? No. I don't see a Gaiden chapter popping up after this. I see a Gaiden chapter after chapter 6. The number of alive units must be 15 or less, but I looked up Shadow Dragon. And we're playing New Mystery. I'm not interested in your AI mode. Leave me alone, Google. Thank you. We're playing New Mystery of the Emblem, not Mystery of the Emblem. God, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, this is so confusing. Shadows behind the scenes, 3x, I'm guessing, is what I'm missing. Sorry, give me 1 second, I'm just looking. Okay, how would I have unlocked this? The player must either complete the previous chapter in a certain number of turns depending on difficulty, or complete the prologue with 1 allied casualty or less. So when they say 1 allied casualty, my kitty says hi, she tried to sit directly on top of you on my phone. Hello! Cats are allowed to do whatever they want on my stream, so... Make sure she gets pets. Okay, it says a certain number of turns, and it doesn't tell me what the certain number of turns are. It means they had to retreat. Fuck. Alright, just fuck myself there then. Okay, Fire Emblem New Mystery of the Emblem, Chapter 3. Wad. I can always trust you, right, Wad? She's getting lots of pets, she's keeping me company while I'm sick. Aww. Okay, hold on. I would really like it if something would tell me how many turns. Between X turns, depending on difficult. Okay, here we go. The next side quest needs some requirements. Finish this chapter between X turns, depending on the difficulty, or fulfill other requirement. 28. That seems really high. Are you sure we didn't Are you sure we didn't get it? Did we take more than 28 turns on that? Whatever, I guess we'll find out. Shut up. Prince Marth is not your minion. What did you say? Know your place, Altean soldier. Marth, it seems that your countrymen are devoid of manners. I apologize on her behalf. But it is as V says, General Lang. I will no longer follow your orders from here. Sire. What? Do you mean to defy my orders? That's what he literally just said. I see, I see. As suspected, it was your doing. The person who kidnapped Grust's prince and princess were the mercenary, Ogma. On your orders, no less. I didn't know of this, but if I had the choice, I would have done exactly as you suggested. Get him, Marth! Back at Grust, even though they were meant to be our enemies, I should have helped those children. You clearly speak words of treason. Perhaps I should report this to the Emperor. Do as you will, but you're not the only person who intends to visit the palace. I will speak to Emperor Hardin and Princess Nina and inform them of your crimes. Forgive me, Jagan, but I cannot stand for this any longer. They did a great job of making Lang unlikable, that is true. I understand, you have endured well until now. Lang, my liege might forgive your frequent rudeness to him, but I will not. Daddy? Come, draw your sword. Even though I, Jagan, am old and senile, I will not lose to the likes of you. You're senile? What did you say? Damn you, I'll remember this. Once the Emperor gets wind of this, I'll crush your puny little Altea. Jagan, you're a bag of surprises. To think you'd stand up against Lang like that. Sorry, are you underestimating me in my old age? Haha, I'm not about to let youngsters like V hog all the glory just yet. Old enemies to lovers, hell yeah. Still, I'll admit that was somewhat foolish to contest with Lang, even if he did push my lord at every turn. Marth is so cute in this game. Like, I'm kind of, like, the more I look at him, the cuter he is. Sire, Sir Jagan, what's our next plan of action? It's okay, Christian, you can finish your joke. We'll pretend like the old one didn't happen. According to Lang, Ogma is on his way to Macedon. He probably intends to visit the village where Lord Wendell resides. Lord Wendell? Lord Wendell is the Pontifex of Caden. He fought as our ally in the last war. I hear he's living in Macedon now. Chris, how do you not know anything about what's going on? The character art in New Mystery is way better than it was in Shadow Dragon, I'll give it that. It also happens that the children Ogma saved were raised by Lord Wendell. So I'm sure it would be the perfect time to pay him a visit. Yes, understood. But I worry about Lang. I pray that nothing bad shall happen. I'm just gonna save on the second slot, just in case we didn't get the paralog. We took more than 28 turns? That's so many! Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna create a poll real quick. And create. And we're just gonna go ahead and copy that link. Alright. Send, please. Wow, OBS, you really don't like working, do you? Okay. I'm pinning a poll in the chat. Go to it and vote. I will be doing this off screen. I will not be doing this on screen if that concerns you. So I'll pin that for a little bit. Basically, do you want me to go back and redo Chapter 3 off screen so that we can get the paralogue? Or should we just live with my failure? Hashtag Reese. And I'm gonna let you guys enjoy that poll for a little bit. I have to pee so bad. So I'm gonna go do that. You guys vote while I'm gone, and whatever it's at when I get back from the bathroom is probably what we'll go with. Alright, I'm back. And let's see. Alright, we got 5 for yes and 1 for no. So I will go ahead and redo chapter 3 off stream. Probably get way worse level ups. And then we'll do the paralog next time. Sound like a plan? Cool. I guess we gotta do the Mpreg tier list now, so let me get that set up. Alright, let's see. Move that there. Fire Emblem tier list. No. I don't want some random Redditor's Fire Emblem tier list. I want the website that lets me make a Fire Emblem tier list. And then... Okay, so we're doing Thracia men. So we need Thracia, and I guess we'll go Thracia extras. Let's see, your videos. Alright, knock him up now. Absolutely knock him up. See him pregnant. Preg neutral. Jagan better. Oh, we already did that. And I actually don't remember what I put for Jagan now. This is gonna be Thracia characters, so. The only annoying thing is that there's gonna be some overlap. I'm not doing the child tier again this time, because people started getting weird about it on the last video. So we're just gonna leave them uncommented upon. And I guess before I start, I can move all the men to the front. Let me just... Yep, okay. Okay. And now we organize. Should I rank characters that we already did in the genealogy one, or should I just kind of leave them? I didn't really think that far ahead. Matcha, Lara... Oh god. The real question is, am I actually gonna be able to remember any of these characters' names? I don't know. They're already ranked, I guess? Yeah. And I'd probably be really inconsistent about it, so... Oh wait, no, you're a man. Let's see. Malda, I love you, but you don't belong on this tier list. Oh god, I don't know who, like, half of these, like, generic looking... Who is this? Who's this guy? If there's one thing I know about Fire Emblem games is that women can't get pregnant, men only, I know. But who is this guy? I don't remember. Is this Arthur? I don't remember Arthur being in FE5. Who is he? Okay, that's all the women. We're not starting this tier list until somebody tells me who the fuck this is. And also I need to move the characters I already ranked to the end, I guess. Or characters who I'm not gonna rank. For one reason or another. I don't know. I mean, it looks like Arthur. Oh, is this Veld or is this Manfroy here? This Manfroy, we already ranked Manfroy. Already ranked Julius. Already ranked Hannibal, I think. Already ranked Arian and Trevant. And Lewin. Solif's already good. I already did Sed too, right? And Diarmid. Yeah, I kind of wish, with this tier maker site, if you, like, moused over a character, it would, like, tell you their name. That'd be really helpful, actually. Okay, I'm not... Wait, that's Bloom. I don't know who this guy is. That's Raedric. That is Arthur? Arthur wasn't in FE5, was he? But no, that's like not his portrait in FE4. Did he have like an unused FE5 portrait? I'm looking this up. Fire Emblem Arthur. No, wrong one. Fire Emblem 4 Arthur. But he's not in FE5, is he? Oh god, I forgot what a slut he is. Arthur was one of the scrapped characters in Thracia 776. His in-game portrait can still be seen. Okay. That makes sense. I like his FE5 portrait, it looks good. Such a glow up, but he was already ranked, so. We include all this in the video? I don't know if I can. Okay, let's see. Is there anybody else I need to move off? Wait. I recognize that this guy's one of Leaf's advisors. I don't remember this guy now. Shit, this is gonna be so embarrassing. This guy looks like fucking Gilderoy Lockhart. I've been getting too many Harry Potter videos recommended to me on YouTube. Okay, this guy looks generic. He's going. Alright, well, I think that's close enough.